fact that I had Cindy once again go ahead and take a look at our balances 2023 to 2024. And if you take a look at the front page, you're gonna see things in there that deal with minus 400,000 in that very first thing. I did that specifically because of the fact that Jerry asked over 2 years ago that we put that 400,000 away. I think Kevin, you were supported that if I remember correctly, and I fully supported that. That money, we wanted it to generate money. And so Cindy, the dollar amounts you see there are the like 1,334,422, and she took 400,000 off. So in reality, it's 934 for $122.68. Here, right now, it looks like we've done a great job because our balance is, even taking the 400 away, 1,264,345.78. But I believe that has something to do with inside knowledge. Cindy, if you would be so kind, explain how that works.
Yes, inside knowledge, last year, all the houses were appraised, reevaluated. So when the appraisals go up on houses, the market, then the inside millage, which is 3.79 millage, inside millage is what these gets. That goes up. If in 3 years, in 3 years, they reevaluate the homes and it goes down, that inside millage goes down. It's based on the house value. Is, don't go down. I don't want to scare you. No, hopefully it doesn't go down in 3 years. What it did make is it increased evaluations. We all know that. Every one of our houses went up. But that's how inside knowledge
In
works.
2008, we had a housing crash.
Yeah.
So that's not guaranteed money forever.
No.
Okay, so I want to make that point. And then when you take a look at, I'm going to skip over some of these things just for time. But you're going to take a look down here on where it says September 30th on salaries. I had her pull out the administrator salary. This is where Mike Rahal was in 2023 out of our general fund. This year, we see there's a lot less, but that's because of the fact that Mike retired and we've been doing some things in here that didn't cost. That's going to start rising because Justin's only had one pay. And then you're going to see the fiscal court. Cindy, I'd like you to sort of explain how that works with Kenny and you and what you're doing and how much money you're saving per month because we've switched, away from paper.
Right, well, we used to hire a company to do all the cleaning of all the rooms, and now Penny does that, which is saving tons of money. And then I'm doing payroll now through you and and we were paying, or village was paying for $4,000 or $5,000 a month for that service. That's my favorite part of my job, this payroll part of it, the filing, and that doesn't take long at all. So that's why when I found out the village was paying paid for that much a month, I'm like, no. And I'm still not even over my 15 hours. I don't even get close to 15 hours a week. And, so that's that part.
And so when you see where it says Jim, that was Jim Brett, who was our.
Which he did vote, right.
And then when you take a look at park employees, you're gonna see that price has gone up. Okay, and it certainly has, but also take a look at your revenue. Revenue has gone up. And on the backside of I did this in handwriting, but I wanted you to sort of take a look at some things in here because of the fact that we are saving some money. But there's also some other issues that you need to look at because in 2023, it looked like council was doing a great job of not spending money. $476,968. in 2023, but there were $66,578 of unpaid bills. So in reality, they should have spent $543,546, but they didn't. So in 2024, we've spent $562,345, but we're paying last year's bills. So in reality, you'll see that we've actually spent less, not more. And that is with getting salary raises and actually getting more things done with the village. When I say more things done, the cost, just for example, what John was talking about tonight, was a significant, we weren't spending any money on stormwater. We have to. We don't have a choice. EPA is going to make us because they now know we're not doing what we should have been doing. When you take a look at that park revenue, $8,042 up, the income is up, the salaries are up, but it's a significant gap of increase in income. And Daniel, I'd like you to explain a little bit how you go about managing that and different things you're doing this year versus last year.
Well, previously under Nelson predecessor, he had it where you only charge soccer. No one else that comes in the park. You just get soccer strictly only. And he also didn't want any conflicts, so nothing came back to him. So he said if anyone gave us a hassle, don't charge them. And now that I have some authority, I've been able to put my foot down a little bit and say, well, I don't really care what you think you're paying to come through. So that's raised revenue and getting the BMX organization, people going to our park to use it for whatever reason, we charge them. We keep better track of how much we sell. The passes are numbered. I have all that filed away on who sells what passes they were assigned, all of that. We're actually up higher than that.
We used to do, by the way.
Which we're doing again now.
We used to do that.
We're actually up another 2,000 from what that sheet shows.
When that was September 30th.
So we're up more than that, and I expect by the end of the year we'll be more close to the 35,000 range. But we still have 3 to 4 weeks left between 2
But
weekends of tournaments.
their revenue is gonna go up too. There was revenues not, this is just on September 30th.
Yeah. So park revenue will go up still a little bit more, but just having accountability and doing it the proper way generates us more money in the long run. If we can get more organizations in there, we can generate more money, because we didn't collect it all in the spring. We didn't start till July 20th, I think, is when I was getting the green line. That was only 2 days a week when we started.
Okay, so I just want you to get a sense, a lot of times when you hear about, or you take a look at the sheets with columns after columns of different funds here, different funds there, the bottom line to me is our general fund. How are we doing general fund wise? Right now, we're doing okay. I have another update I want to give you very quickly, and that is about the bulk water fill station. You guys will remember we signed, first of all, you guys voted in council to agree to help out Miami Township. That was recommended by Jim Brett. And Jim Brett came back and said you guys didn't have the authority to do it. So then we came back and Rob signed a lease with them. I have ended that agreement. I'm going to explain to you why I ended. Please got no benefit out of that at all. We're trying to help out the trustees. However, delay after delay after delay, every single time Jim Brett, our former fiscal officer, blamed the village of Plains. Quite frankly, on September 4th, he did it again after multiple documents that I gave the trustees and him. I said, enough is enough. You're not blaming Clays anymore. And when I say blaming Clays, one of the statements he made, and I just watched the video, is, well, that's where the mayor wants it. The mayor never wanted anything but to help them. I didn't tell him what side. That was not chosen by me. He was actually chosen by Dan. So, in the most recent ones, he blamed Eric a couple times. Now he's moved on to Rusty. So I had a discussion with Rusty this morning about 6:30 in the morning. when he gave me his version of it, I said, that's enough. So there will be no Dalton water fill station in the village of Williams. We are gonna continue to support their efforts to take fire protection up to their residents. And since Miami Township Fire Department is our fire department, their actual insurance ratings will improve, which should result in lower insurance ratings for our residents. So we are gonna benefit from that. I wanna move on to the Miami Township Fire Levy. I attended their ambassadors meeting on September 28th. And, quite frankly, the information that I heard there was incomplete, not explained very well. Unfortunately, Cindy had to leave in the middle of it, but she had told them in advance that she would not be able to stay for the entire thing. So there's only one area I'm going to address, because the question came up. You're moving all the cost of the chief, the fire chief, and the fringe benefits into the fire fund. I have no problem. But then a question is generated, why is it, are you gonna give a refund to your residents on the general fund? And there was no answer given by the trustees or Mr. Breck. I'm gonna give you what I think the answer is, Cindy. You can tell me whether I'm right or wrong. But you guys are gonna lose about $500,000 across every revenue due account in 2026. And as far as a levy, you guys did discuss a general fund levy, but I don't think that general fund levy has been increased 55 years or
Right,
so.
so that's why we did that, so we're hoping that in 26, we don't have to.
Correct. And I want you to think that makes a lot of sense to me. The reason it makes a lot of sense is if they were to put that on as a new levy, think what the valuations of property has gone down in 55 years. That would have been a horribly large cost. So I agree that that is a correct approach. Unfortunately, they didn't take the opportunity to explain that. I think it would have been helpful to do that. I also want to address the text alert system. I already mentioned that briefly. But letters have not been delivered to the downtown yet. Will be this weekend. Reload to the line also will be done the following week. We're going to send by regular mail to areas that are most difficult to deliver, which is each state, some of the smaller side streets. And hopefully we're going to save money on mailing by doing it that way. And that's all I have for my mayor. But that leads us on to the rest of the agenda.